I already went through this once and it didn't even come out. So, part 2. Let's check this out. So this is Dream 2. This is March 13th, 2017. And this is how this shit went. So basically, I'm in a car. I'm driving up. And I'm not driving. Someone else is driving me. I'm like, where am I, man? Like, I'm waking up. Like, oh yeah, we had to take you, man. Them snakes are after you. I'm like, snakes? What kind of snakes? They're like, oh, the lizard people. They want you, man. They want your blood. I'm like, yeah. And who handed me over to you guys? They're like, oh, your brother. He wanted to get you out of there before. I was like, well, why do I not remember any of this? They're like, well, there was a struggle and things happened and there'll be more to talk about. But he said, I'm just a messenger. He said, I'm just telling you from a third person. I wasn't there. I was like, well, where's my brother now? They're like, well, he's in hiding too. So that was weird to me though. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I pulled the hood over my head. I'm like, there's got to be a reason that this happened. But if my brother was the one who did this, then I always trusted him. So I pull up this house. And this lady comes out. Oh, come in. We've been expecting you. We couldn't wait to see you, have you here. Da, da, da. I'm like, thank you so much. It's really, really an honor. And oh, the honor is all ours. Once we heard who you were related to or something like that, we had to do this. I was like, related? What do you mean? Oh no, nothing. It's just I think it was a joke or something maybe, but. Hey, just come on in. We're having dinner. I had to finish cooking with my husband. Blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I walk in. I'm like, okay. I go downstairs. She's like, make sure you get ready, get washed up. So I'm like, okay. And I had blood on my knuckles, I remember, and I was kind of beaten up actually. And so I'm walking to the bathroom, and this girl comes. And she's like, hey, we've been expecting you for so long. It's so good to see a fresh face in this house. And I'm like, what do you guys have, like a hotel here, like a bed and breakfast? And she's like, kind of, something like that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I was like, so have you guys been doing it for like a long time? She said, well, yeah, you could say that. I'm like, well, how long? Like, how long have you guys been open? I've never seen this place. She's like, you know who you are, right? You're in Maine. I was like, what? I'm where? She's like, yeah, you're in Maine right now. We heard this is where you always wanted to be. I was like, Maine? I was like, how would you guys even know that? Well, your brother, he told us. I'm like, okay. Like, to know that, though, like, that was crazy. Like, I'm like, okay, I can trust a little bit. So, like, oh, well, I'm gonna go shower up. Like, your mom told me to shower up. I need to get ready. And she goes, oh, well, you don't really need to shower up. You just need to wash your hands and, put water on your face. I was like, no, trust me. I was like, I would feel more comfortable if I, took a shower. She's like, no. She's like, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, gives me like the eyes. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't even play like you don't. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm in a towel and I'm getting ready. I'm shaving and all that stuff. And I'm gonna take the shower. And the girl's like basically standing outside the door talking to me the entire time. Where you from? What do you do? What's your favorite movie? Where do you go? And I'm like, I could tell you all this. I was like, we have plenty of time to talk, being that I'm gonna be living here. I don't have to. You don't have to stand there. Oh, it's my pleasure. But I'm not like even figuring that I'm being guarded or anything like that. I wasn't feeling that at all. So, I get out. The girl's basically waiting there. She's like, "Oh, you're intoxicating." Like, she's talking like that. I'm like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Thank you so much." I was like, "I really appreciate that." I was like, I haven't heard her talk like that since I was like in high school or something. She's like, well, that's a shame. She's like, because you are so beautiful. And the mom comes down at the same time. She's like, isn't he just beautiful? Those, what she used to call it? She called it, a weird word, like, I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird word. If I remember it, then I'll get to it later. But, I was like, what's that mean? And she's like, oh, it's just something we call people up here. People that have been in a better, they'll come from a better stock. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, thank you, I guess. She's like, oh, yes, that's a complete compliment. you wouldn't be here if you weren't who you are. I was like, oh yeah, who am I? And she's like, oh, come on, you know who you are. I was like, no, I don't. Please tell me. And she's like, you really don't know, do you? I'm like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. And she's like, oh, you have the blood from the ones that fell, or the ones that were here. I'm like, is this a religious thing? I said. She's like, you know what? And the husband comes down at the same time. Hey, we doing dinner or what? What are you guys doing down here? What are you talking about? And I was like, we were just talking about lineage. Like, basically, I was covering. Didn't want anyone to get in trouble because of, like, it sounded like the people were fighting earlier in like, at that day. Or when I had gotten there. So I walk in, and we go about, I'm like, well, where do you want me to sit? He's like, oh, sit the other head of the table. You're the guest here. You're the other man at the table, so come on down. So I sit at the end of the table, and the guy's asking me, he brings up religion. So he's talking to me. I'm like, yeah, it's a theory, da-da-da. He goes, a theory, what? He says, there's no theory. He said, what I'm saying is truth. I was like, well, yeah, I was like, who can say that? I was like, none of us lived back then. And he laughed. I was like, nah, seriously. I was like, you're not Enoch. You didn't walk with God. He's like, Enoch is a story. He said, I'm real. I was like, yeah, I understand that. I was like, Enoch was real, though. I was like, it's kind of obvious that, I was like, they talk about him enough, right? He's like, yeah, just like the Catholic Church talks about, blah, 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 and he goes on and on. I'm like, okay, I'm not getting anywhere with this, so why even talk about it? So he says something about Egypt and the Christians. I'm like, so you're basically saying that they're working together, huh? I was like, that's pretty cool. He's like, cool. He's like, did you just say cool about Christianity? I was like, no, I'm basically just saying it's cool that, the lineage is, you all trace it back and you all know so much about this. He's going on and on. And then, this guy gets up, flips the table, get him, da da da. I'm like, oh, don't even know what to do with it right now. I'm like, okay. So, basically the dude ties me up, he's talking crazy, and he's going, oh, it's gonna be fun for this. He goes, because I'm tied up at this point. He goes, you're gonna be my best subject. He said, I've been waiting to get angel blood for so long. He's like, you don't even know what you have. He said, I love it. I was like, I don't understand. I was like, what's happening right now? He's like, you don't understand still? You don't get it. He said, you're the blood of Michael. He said, and I will have my vengeance. I'm like, get the F out of here. Like, really? Come on, man. What are you talking about? He goes, oh yeah. He said, you all were here before. He said, you all went back up, and you ratted him out, and you told him what we did. He said, but, you know what? So what? So what if we did this and that? I'm like, okay. And there's stories. There's just folklore. It's like, stories. So you know what a story is? A story's a fairy tale. Because I'm telling the truth. And he leaves the room, and the girl comes over to me and starts untying me and stuff. And she's like, you need to get out of here right now. They're going to kill you. They're going to eat you. I'm like, eat me? What? Like, what are you're going to get killed. She's like, no, please go. Just pray for me, please. Just pray for me. And I went down the back door, and I was coming out the house, and there was a red star, or yeah, it was like more than a star, closer than a star, but further than the moon. And it's like, I hear a gunshot go off. I'm gonna get you, son of a bitch. I'm gonna find you, and when I do, it's gonna be 1,000,000 times worse on you. And I'm just trying to get out there at this point. And I look up, and there's an eclipse going on. And basically, as the eclipse was happening, I woke up. And that's my second vision thing. It made me start thinking about, I was like, is there something happening this year? But I kind of wasn't even getting it yet. But that was it. That was the first one that triggered me to think that there might be more to all this. But yeah, that's the second one, the second 13th. So there you go.